Hello, students, and anyone else who may be watching from home. This is Mr. Borges, also known as Zanzolo, and today we're going to be talking about our next part, and it's just going to be in Minecraft. So here we are on our Canvas homepage. Everybody should know how to get here, and we do have a new button right here for part 11. See, it says Sheep Colors. I'll go ahead and click on that. It's going to bring us to this page. So there's going to be a video here. I'm recording it right now. And there's some handy links over here for you. So you're already watching this video. So over here, right, this video is mostly for kids who were either unable to participate in the group activity that we did in class, or because they were absent or they were having technical difficulties or what have you. So what you would do is you would come to this page right here and you would download this world. It's right here, sheepcolors.mc world stands for Minecraft world. You'd go ahead and click that link. Now, depending on your internet connection, that might take a little while to download. Mine's pretty quick. I've already got it. And what you would do is you would go ahead and just click on this. Now, your computer, you should already have Minecraft installed on your computer. Hopefully you do. If you don't, you're going to have to go back to part 10 and follow some of the instructions over there. So I clicked on that, and I did hear that my computer made a little link. I made the happy sound, and then here I am, and it's brought me into that world, and then here we are. Now I'm in creative, right? So you won't be in creative when you first join this world. So here's our sheep color world, and you're going to need a few things in this world. So we start out over here, and over by where you spawn, there's a few chests, right? There's a chest with cameras. Go ahead and grab a camera. You're going to need it. There's a chest with dirt. Go ahead and grab some dirt. 10 is going to be all you need, so put them in stacks of 10 so students could grab them. And then there's portfolios. So grab yourself a portfolio. Those are all the things I have here. I also do have some sheep spawn eggs and some bone meal, so I can help solve problems if people, or accidentally kill their sheep or something. But just try not to do that. So here we go. What you're going to do. And I'm just realizing right now you're going to be locked out of this part of the world. I'm going to remove this wall, and I'm going to remove this wall in this saved version, and then I'm going to re-upload it. So these walls won't be here. And then so what you'll do is once you get those items, you're going to come on over here, and we're going to move over here. And there's all these different pens. See, here's pen number 1, here's pen number 2. Right, so on and so forth. If you're doing this activity by yourself from home, there's nobody else to share with, you can just take the space number 1 right here. You don't even have to really close yourself in if you're doing this by yourself. So this object right here, as you can see, we have some sheep. There's 9 sheep that are here in the pen with you. Okay, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about, in class, we talked about this object right here. It's called a dispenser. Now these dispensers, they're full of dye, different colors dye. And there's a button connected up to this. And the idea is that when you push this button, it's going to randomly select one of these 9 things, right? There's 9 different things that can happen. It's going to randomly select one of them and dispense that item. There it is. It is a gray dye, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put it back in there so it'll be there. Now the question, and there's YouTubers argue about this. They have arguments about this because this is supposed to be random, which means that you could sit here and click this and you should randomly get a different thing every time. But the question becomes, how random is it? And so there's some YouTubers who've been arguing with other people saying, it's really not that random, that they think it favors, some people think it favors the center one, right? So it's not really a fair chance. Like if this was a 9-sided die and each one of these was a number, you would think, well, there's a fair chance that you'd get each number. But the question is it really a fair chance with the dispenser? And that's part of the question we're going to be answering today. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the dispenser 9 times. We'll get 9 different pieces of dye. And then what we're going to do is we're going to dye these 9 sheep. Over here. That's going to be our first trial, our first bit of data. And we're going to record our data. In order to do that, we're going to use the camera. So I'm holding the camera right now. Now the camera right? What I can do is that these sheep are all looking at me right here. I can, now that I have the camera in my hand, I can do a right click and take their picture. There we go, right? So I've taken their picture. You can take a picture of whatever you want in this Minecraft world, right? You can also, right? I've got this set. You can see I can't actually place. Whoops, I've got the camera in my hand. I can't actually place anything. This is a mostly immutable world, but there's this one block right here that's an allow block. Where you can place things. And so I'm going to place my camera right there. There's the camera. Now what I can do, this is a selfie mode. So now what I can do is if I want to take my picture with these sheep over here, I can click on the camera, I look at the camera. There we go. And that's my selfie that I took with the sheep. So where are these pictures going? Right, so we're going to use these pictures to record our data. Where are they? They're going into our portfolio. So this is the other item that we got from that chest at the beginning. When I right click on this, it opens up my portfolio. It's a little book. As you can see, I have the different pictures that I took. So here was that first picture I took. That's not really very interesting. I think that was an accident that I took when I was doing stuff. So just delete it. Here's a picture of my friendly sheep that I took, and here is the selfie that I took with them. You can see there's a space for caption. I want you to put a caption. The word caption is not a very good caption, right? So I'm just gonna write, this is my selfie with the sheep, okay? And this is a caption here. So I would give this a title, right? Okay, oops. So give these things captions. Now in this specific case, right, these are just for fun. I'm gonna go ahead and delete them, but I do want you to always put captions for your pictures that you take. So I'm going to go ahead and close the portfolio. So we're going to do is, and I'm going to also, I'm in creative, but I'm going to go ahead and move these things out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate for you what we're talking about. So I'm going to click this once, and I got a yellow dye. Color this sheep yellow. Right now it stayed in my inventory because I'm in creative, but for you it would be gone, and then you would click it again. Now I've got an orange dye. I would click orange. I have to put it back. You would not have to do that. Right? So then I would do this again, and I would do this through. I've got orange again. Well, that's what happens, right? When things are random, you can definitely get repeatings like that. But there's not going to be any sort of pattern or anything because it will be random, right? So you're going to continue with this, and you'll color your sheep. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's going to make the video too long. You get the idea. So once you've colored all 9 of your sheep, right, that's the end of the first trial. Then we need to take a picture, right? That's me doing you a favor, by the way. I'm not saying you got to go get a piece of paper and a pencil and write all this information down. Yeah, I'm letting you use a picture, right? But you're going to use a picture. We're going to learn how to use the camera and the portfolio for stuff like this. Now, to get all the sheep in one picture, it helps to take a picture from up above, and you're not going to be in creative. But what you can do is you can use the dirt and this allow block right here and pillar up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pillar up. I think I have 10 dirt. I don't know. Something about like that. That seems like about the right thing. Maybe that's better right there. I'm going to grab my camera. I'm going to take a picture straight down like this, trying to get all 9 of my sheep. Oh, I think that came out pretty good. So I'm going to go to the portfolio and take a look. Yep, this picture is definitely showing all 9 of my sheep. And I'm going to be able to, I'm not going to have to write down, oh, I had 2 orange and 1 yellow and 1 gray and 1 black. I've got all that information right here, and that's fine. But we are going to put a caption, right? So this is dispenser trial number 1. All right, now we can go ahead and close the portfolio. I'm going to dig back down. There we go. And then what we're going to need to do is we're going to need some bone meal so that we can reset this. But, right, I'm not going to be able to give you bone meal because you're doing this by yourself. So what you're going to do is, since you're doing it by yourself, you're going to go ahead and just head over to another pin. So that was pin number 1. Now we're going to head over to pin number 2 for our next trial. And you would do the same thing again, right? You would get a dye a sheep. You would do all 9 of them. And you would take a picture, and that's going to be your caption. That's going to be for dispenser. We're doing these first trials with the dispenser, and it's going to be trial 2. Then you would do another one. You've got 3, 4. You can pick whatever pen you want, but you're going to do a third trial. So you'll have 3 pictures from that. And that's the big idea, right? So then once you've done with that, and I will remove these walls because you actually aren't going to be able to get on to the next part. But I will remove these walls for the saved version, for the individual version of this. Whoops. Actually, I thought I could shortcut that way, but I couldn't with World Builder off. We'll talk about what World Builder is later on. Anyways, then once you've finished your 3 trials, you're going to have 3 pictures, 3 captions in your portfolio. Then you're going to move on to this next part over here, where we're going to do something similar. But what we're doing here is now we're going to check, okay, how random was the dispenser really? And to check that, what we can do is we can do the same kind of thing with something that we know is truly random. So here I have, instead of a dispenser, I have a chest, and the chest has 9 different colors of dye, and we're going to say that this is slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use the random number generator from, we go back to Canvas, we're up here, right? Run random number generator. So it's this website right here called random.org, which they've worked really hard to do some really interesting stuff to make sure that this website really is random. It actually uses atmospheric data as a random noise. This website is actually hooked up to sensors that's measuring random atmospheric data and using that to generate random numbers, believe it or not. It's the whole science of generating random numbers is way more complicated than you'd think, and we'll talk more about it in another class. But we need right now is to generate a true random number between 1 and 9. So I click generate. In this case, I got 4. So I'm going to go back to Minecraft over here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to be a black dye. So I'm going to dye a black sheep. And then I'll put this back, but you wouldn't have to put it back. Then we'll generate another number. 8. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this time I got red, and I would dye a red sheep. And then again, you wouldn't have to put it back, but I will. And we go on that way, right? Doing all 9 of our sheep. That'll be trial 1. Then you're going to take a picture. So you could do the same kind of idea where we pillar up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something about like that. Maybe 9 is the right answer. I don't remember. Something about like that. Take a picture of your sheep. Maybe 10 is better. Take a picture of your sheep. All right. There, I like that picture. So when I go to my portfolio, I have extra pictures now. Ones that I didn't really like. That's fine. I'm going to get rid of them. I didn't really like that picture. Make sure you don't delete this one. This is trial 1. It already has a caption. I'm only deleting pictures that don't have captions yet. I think this was the one I didn't want. This is the one I did want. So now this is going to be random.org. Random.org trial 1. And when you're going to do 2 more trials. So they're going to be a random.org trial number 2. And for that one, you can, again, you're not going to have, I'm not going to be there to help undye these sheep for you, but that's fine. Go ahead and just head over to another pen because you've got all 48 of these in just yourself in this world. So then you'll do trial 2 and you'll do trial 3, and then you'll have collected all the data, right? Make sure you remember to take pictures of your different trials. And then you're going to, of course, caption them. So you'll do that also. And then what you'll do is, once you've done all of that, you're going to go into your portfolio. I'm holding my portfolio now. I'm going to go ahead and right-click it. To turn in your data that you did with your experiment, you're going to make sure you have all 6 of those trials. You're going 3 with a dispenser, 3 with random.org. You're going to click Export Portfolio. Okay, so it's going to create a file name that's your username, the name of the world, sheep colors, and the date, and that's fine. You don't need to change it. Just make sure you're keeping track of where you're saving it. I'm saving mine to my downloads folder. So go ahead and save that. Then, here I'm going to go ahead and open up my File Explorer, go to Downloads. Here is my file that I've just downloaded. I can open it up in a PDF reader and see that this document is here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit so that we can see what's going on. And here you can see, here are my pictures. Here's my data with my captions. It's all right here. This is how you're going to churn in your work in Minecraft, and this is how you're going to document for me what it is that you've been up to, right? So these are pictures that I took myself just now, and that's the way that you can show what's going on in a Minecraft world outside of Minecraft. So now what we can do is we can, let's see, head back to Canvas, and whoops, that's not the right one I wanted. This one, nope. This one. We can head back to Canvas, and we're going to churn this in now. So what you're going to do is you're going to click where it says Submit Assignment, the button up in the corner. Now, I can't show you that unless I kick this into Student View, and then I think that this Submit Assignment button. So you're going to go ahead and click that. It's going to bring you down to here, and this is the place where you're going to upload a file. And choose a file that you've already uploaded. Well, we're going to upload our PDF that we just exported, and then click Submit Assignment. It's going to upload that, and then there we go. So also under that, under a space for under comments. Under comments, this is the space where you'll answer the question about what did you think, right? Did you think, after having seen what you saw, after running the few trials, after seeing the pictures of what it looked like to have the dispenser pick, or seeing what it looked like to have random.org pick, what do you think? Did you think it was really random or not? So here's where you'll answer the question. Do you think the dispenser is really random or not? And I want you to say why you think that. Is there something about the pictures that made you think that they were similar, that made you think that they were different? I want you to answer that question here, and then just some sort of reflection, right? So say something about the activity, right? If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you want to do more stuff like this, if you hated it, whatever else. Give me some information here, and then you click Submit Assignment. All right. Click here to choose a file that we've already uploaded. So you would have to, yeah. So you would pick your file, you would make your comment here, and then you click Submit Assignment. Alrighty, folks. So that is it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.